It was the last summer before college, and Sophie couldn't believe how quickly time had flown by. She had been looking forward to this summer for years, planning out all the adventures she would have with her friends before they all went their separate ways. But as she sat on the beach, watching the sunset over the ocean, she couldn't shake the feeling of sadness that crept into her heart. Sophie's mind was flooded with memories of summers past, of lazy days spent by the pool, bonfires on the beach, and endless laughter with her best friends. She realized that she had been so caught up in planning for the future that she had forgotten to truly live in the moment. As the sun sank below the horizon, Sophie made a promise to herself to make the most of every second of her last summer. The next day, Sophie gathered her friends, and they set off on a road trip, with no destination in mind. They drove for hours, singing along to their favorite songs and stopping at every roadside attraction they could find. As they drove through the winding roads of the countryside, Sophie couldn't help but feel a sense of freedom and joy she hadn't felt in a long time. She realized that this was what living in the moment truly meant, being spontaneous, embracing the unknown, and creating memories that would last a lifetime. As the summer went on, Sophie and her friends continued to make the most of every moment. They went on daring adventures, tried new things, and simply enjoyed each other's company. And as the days passed by, Sophie felt a sense of peace and contentment that she had never experienced before. But as the summer came to an end, Sophie's heart began to ache once again. She didn't want it to end. She didn't want to say goodbye to her friends and the carefree days they had shared. But then, as she watched the sun set on their last day together, she realized that this was just another moment to embrace. She held her friends close, cherishing every last minute, and made a promise to herself to always live in the moment, no matter how bittersweet it may be. Sophie went off to college with a new perspective on life. She learned that while it's important to plan for the future, it's equally important to enjoy the present. She learned to cherish the people she loved and to make the most of every opportunity that came her way. And most importantly, she learned that sometimes, the best moments in life are the ones that are unplanned and unexpected. Years later, as Sophie sat on the beach with her own children, watching the sunset, she couldn't help but smile at the memories of that last summer. She shared with them the lesson she had learned, to live in the moment and to never take a single second for granted. And as she watched her children run and play, she knew that she had truly lived in the moment and had no regrets.